Should be on. Should be working. Should be good. I believe we're all up. What's up, Parth? How are you, dude? I wonder if I'm able to add links. Can y'all hear me fine? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? We're going to talk a little about some golf swing, talk about how to use the lower body today. We are streaming on YouTube and Twitch as well. So if you'd rather have better audio, you can find us on YouTube or Twitch. The YouTube should be the Golf House Aurora. I tagged it in our in the story post before, and then Twitch just Golf FN. You can find it there. So whichever one works best for you guys. But what's going on? Wanted to just talk a little bit about golf swing and check everything out, show the new studio here and stuff like that. So we'll be going on. So we'll be good. But we're gonna be talking about Golf Unfiltered. What's up, dude? How are you, man? So good seeing you. So we're gonna be, but again, if you want to have better audio, you can, and better video, you can probably head over to the YouTube and you'd be able to see everything there as well. What's going on, guys? How are we doing? How's everyone doing today? Oh, feels good. Just gotta get warmed up. We're talking about golf swing stuff. But today we're going to talk about understanding how to separate to life. Good. That's good to hear. We want to separate the lower body from the upper body, how to use the hips better, what we see players all the time. What's up, Greg? What we see players all the time do in the golf swing that hurts them and makes it more difficult for them to play better golf. Again, we are on YouTube as well, so if you want to have better audio so you can hear it better, I'm not sure how well Instagram can hear me right now. If you're able to hear me, great. If not, I'm talking as loud as I possibly can. That way I'm not screaming at people on Twitch and on YouTube. So, but if you want better audio, you can go there and check it out. So we're gonna be talking about how we use the lower body and how we separate it from the upper body in the golf swing. A lot of people are always trying to figure out how to use the lower body better, and a lot of people are sitting there and they're just trying to turn the hips, but it's not just hips. We have to use our feet, we have to use our femurs, our thighs, and then we have to use our glutes as well to be able to get our hips to move correctly. So that's ultimately the goal of what we're trying to do. So if we're able to learn how to do this properly, it's gonna make your golf swing a whole lot better. So understanding kind of what we're needing to do in the backswing, in the downswing is very important, but being able to separate the two is what's going to really get you to where you can get some power in there as well. Because the separation of our upper body and lower body is huge. So understanding that with our lower bodies, we're needing to use the ground first. So understanding how we rotate our legs, how we can turn them out. I'm just gonna use outwards and inwards. I'm not gonna go into any big medical terms. There's no reason for that. We're just gonna talk about how we can twist our legs here, how we can turn them, and how when we apply those pressures into the ground, how that actually can start to moving our hips, and then how to disassociate that on the downswing. So with our ability to, in the swing, use our hips correctly, I've got to do one thing real quick, hold on. Forgot to do one thing there. All right, so with using our hips correctly right there, we're wanting to learn how this trail foot should be rotating going back, and how our lead foot should be rotating as well, and how that will generate some friction into the ground, to where when I try to do that, obviously with my feet being planted, there's no way I can. I can simply do this. I can take kind of the weight off of it and turn it, but how that turns my leg out. And when I do that and I'm turning both, you can see my hips, because of the friction on the ground, my hips will start turning, and I'm able to load back into the backswing to create a coil from my ground up to my upper body. And if I was to take a golf club here and put it across my shoulders, and I was to just simply have rotation of upper body rotation, you can see when I turn my upper body, my lower body will move as well. So I didn't have to move my lower body. I can separate my lower body from my upper body. I can create separation there. Shoe game crazy, I appreciate it, Mitch, thank you. I can separate lower body from upper body. Some people can do this well, some people can't, you know, each their own, but we're able to separate those. When we're doing that, it's hard for me to restrict the hips though and turn. If I tighten up my hips, so I'm tightening up my glutes, tighten up my upper hamstrings right there, and I try to turn the shoulders, you see I lose mobility. But if I was just to turn my shoulders without restricting the glutes, without restricting the upper hamstrings, I can turn 90 degrees. And you can see the hips will just follow. So the hip can increase and decrease shoulder turn, right? But if I'm just turning the shoulders, my hips will follow. So we can separate the hips from the upper body, but the hips will always follow the upper body unless we restrict that there. So if we're swinging and we're understanding that we play golf on a tilted axis, meaning we're bent over down, we're not straight up and down right there. If we're understanding that and that we're wanting to keep that tilted axis, well, if I can understand how my feet should be rotating on the ground as I go back, and I can get my upper body as I do that to tilt down and rotate properly, I am now going to be in a really good position on the top of my swing to have all this hip turn without me really trying to rotate the hips. And I see a lot of people that come to me that'll sit there and just try to rotate the hips, and they get way too deep in the hip. And from that position, all they do is they sit there, they have so much rotation that it unwinds, comes out, early extends. We don't want to do that. We want to get rid of that. So being able to create our tilted plane, understanding that the shoulders are working and they're rotating, tilting, and how I can rotate my feet, that creates my hip turn to where I get good hip depth, I get good hip rotation without sacrificing my pressure into the ground, which is going to help me obviously improve contact. It's going to help me improve my club head speed, but also my predictability for my ball flight. So when we're set up there, we get set up there and we're learning to feel these feet rotate with us going back, but I keep them there in the ground as I'm going down, I'm rotating, tilting, I get my turn. Now I'm having to learn how to separate the hips from the upper body. And that's the trick for how we generate the speed in transition coming down, and also how we eliminate the early extension coming up. So the best way to do this is by grabbing an alignment stick. And if we're able to get an alignment stick, and we're able to put it in our belt loops, we just run it through here, like so, boom. And we just get it to where it's on the left side of our belt loop right there. We don't need it to go all the way across, just our lead side. If you're a left-hander, you want it on your right side. But what we're doing is we're learning that, okay, we're getting our feet rotated correctly, getting our body rotated and tilted. So you can see the separation of my shoulders and my hip line. They shouldn't be the same right there. We wouldn't want that. That'd be way too much hip turn right there. So we go to the top. Now I'm having to train the separation of that hip from the shoulders. And ultimately what we're needing to do there is we're needing to understand how we have our turn and how we're lowering and into our left hip as the stick circles around, and how our upper body's restricting against that lowering. So when I'm at the top, or I'm at the top of my swing, I'm wanting this alignment stick to go more down, down, and around without my shoulders doing a lot. Being able to do this creates a separation to where we're able to generate a lot more club head speed, but also more predictability through impact, because I no longer be humping up. We see so many golfers that they get to the top in a good spot, and the first thing that happens is their hips slide forward and this stick would work upwards right there. So they're going to go this way, and now they're way back behind, and all they can do is flip from that position. We're needing to get rid of that. We're needing to make sure that we can create an ability to lower and circle that hip to where as I come down, my shoulders, my sternum can still be over the center of my body, maybe slightly behind depending on the club I'm using, in order to rotate, post up, extend without a lot of manipulation through impact. If we're able to get rid of that manipulation through impact, we're going to be able to play much better golf. So getting that alignment stick and putting it in your belt loop, just working on going up to the top of your swing and stopping, creating that force going back that we talked about, and then lowering that alignment stick and circling it around. But as you're doing that, feeling like your chest is just restricting it. So you're going to feel like your chest is turning against it. So if my hips are turning to the left or turning around, I'm going to feel like my shoulders are turning the opposite direction as I go down. And being able to create that separation really starts building the coil up to where now I can get the hips back. So when my left arm is parallel to the ground, I want to look like I only have one leg. We don't want to have this whole lead leg visible as we're left arm parallel to the ground. We want to look like we have one leg with the hips back. From there, I can keep circling that hip around. That gets me right around P5.5 into P6. Now from here, I'm able to extend the legs back and away, giving myself the space to use the ground vertically, space for the arms to go through, rotate through to a balanced finish. So being able to go up to the top of that swing, dropping that hip, continue to circle it around, then I can push up. Now I'm able to move into that hip without early extending, extra side bend, and that is how I can get much better with my contact compression and hitting the golf ball a lot solid. So being able to do this, what's up AJ, how are you doing? Being able to do this, I can sit there and go to the top of my swing, and now I'm gonna go very slow through this, and I'm gonna lower, I'm gonna open, and now just through here I'm gonna extend up and chip it out. And I'm just trying to do these extremely slow and extremely soft. That way I can build up my reps of doing this and really just thinking about the motion as I go. And being able to see it, go through it slowly. I sit there and I'll do it again. I'm gonna go to the top of the swing and stop, lower the hip, open it up, and then just soften through it. Kind of holding that spot and just continuing to train over and over the motion. Continuing to train how I go to the top, I get that open it up more, and now I can extend my legs, which is gonna give me the space to come through. Some people, depending on their grip, might have to stay down longer through the shot, depending if they have like a weaker grip. That way they can help close the face more and de-loft it. Some people with a strong grip might have to extend more, that way they can keep the path out to the right in order to stroke the ball right enough. But this is a great way to train how the hips open up in the swing, where we're going back, get that circle down. We don't want the stick going up. Whenever the stick goes up, my shoulders are gonna pitch back, which I don't want. My brain is so massive. I don't know about that, AJ. Again, we are streaming on YouTube and on Twitch if you're wanting better audio, but we want to get rid of the excessive hip slide leading to the rightward tilting, leading to manipulation going through. We don't want that. And yes, we've heard, get your weight to the lead side going through. That's correct, but weight is different than pressure, and this is not weight getting to the lead side. That is not what we're meaning. We're meaning that we need our center of mass to get over left. That way we can circle around, be less manipulative, more predictable through contact. So as you do those with the alignment stick, you're feeling comfortable with it, you can take it away. And you can just sit there and do these without an alignment stick, still going slow, walking through it, going nice and slow as we go through. And just continuing to do the reps at a very slow pace, where you're not trying to push anything fast at all. You're not trying to be aggressive with it. You're just really going through the motions, learning where that ball is. Going through. Knowing that bad shots might happen, and that's okay, but the goal is to sit there and focus on the form, to where you can be internally focused. That way then you can go into external focus of focusing on a golf shot or a certain shape that you're wanting to hit. But this is a great way to train the form of it. That way the form of what we're doing, we're able to get better at. So we are getting rid of the slide and the flip by lowering the hip, circling it around, then I can extend through. Extension's needed, it's just needed a lot later in the swing. If we do extension too soon, we're gonna be humping the golf ball, we're gonna be flipping it, and it's gonna be all over the place. I don't wanna see you guys looking like this at impact. I want us to be able to circle around, hit balls that don't go that much offline. They're able to fly pretty straight, pretty far. That's our goal. So understanding how to use the hips properly will really enhance how you can move certain shots, like shallowing the club. You can start using the wrist properly in the swing, getting the club more behind, and start increasing speed while increasing predictability. Awesome, that's it. That's all I wanted to get on. I wanted to test this. I wanted to see how it sounds. I don't know how well you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I know on YouTube and Twitch, they're able to hear me. I can see my vocals on that. I can't on Instagram, but I'm hoping you guys are able to. But again, I just wanted to hop on real quick, test some things out, as we're gonna be doing a lot more of these streams, a lot more of live streaming lessons, live streaming different content and stuff like that as we go through, but just testing it out. Awesome, I appreciate that. I'm glad that it sounds good. That means everything right there, that it sounds good. But if you guys want to check out the YouTube, heard well on Instagram, thanks, perfect. If you guys want to check out the YouTube, you can. The link's in the story post that I have. And then if you want to check us out on Twitch, you can check us out on Twitch as well. But YouTube bios there. Twitch is going to be more golf and gaming. YouTube will just be strictly golf. But appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for hanging out today. I got to run into a lesson now. We'll be doing more of these soon. See you guys. Man, yo, AJ, doing it on Instagram, man, that's stressful, dude. Holy cow. That's stressful, dude. Stressful. Too many people are on there. AJ, how are you, dude? How are you, sir? Are you guys still having shit weather? I'm doing well, dude. I'm doing well. Been busy. This summer was absolutely nuts. Always having shit. See, that's what I say, and then I get in trouble for saying that. But I agree. I totally agree. Speaking facts, it's fair. Oh man, but yeah, no, it's been busy, dude. Been real effing busy. Real busy. Good to hear that you're doing well though. Oh man, today's actually beautiful here. It's like 65 degrees outside, so I was able to get on and like do a lot of this because everyone went outside today instead of coming inside, so it was like perfect. It was fantastic. Does the audio come through good, dude? Is the audio coming through good on the Instagram side of things? Or not Instagram, but Twitch side of things? A little bit late. All right, bet. Because this is a wireless mic, so I always wondered how well it would do on these videos, but it sounds like it's doing well, so that's great. That's fantastic. Fantastic, my guy. Oh, well, all right. I'm going to get back to actual work because this was just I had some playtime where I was just going to like, hey, I'm just going to get on and do this real quick and get that going. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's exactly my thing is like that it's in a room, like it's not clean. So what I'm end up trying to do is really get people from Instagram, Instagram to YouTube and Twitch to be able to hear better. That's the goal, is move everything to those two platforms. Because if I'm able to move everything there, then it becomes a lot easier to interact with everyone. Because I had to have like Instagram up on my TV so I can see comments, and I'm able to, having to juggle a lot on those. Damn. Sucks being this good. Sucks being this good. Game's boring. Oh. Kidding, I'm trash. I'm so bad. So bad. AJ, what games have you been playing lately, dude? I've gone like bury my head in the sand of Fortnite again. I'm all in on Fortnite. You gonna get me on Valorant again? You gonna make me click on some heads? It's probably like, I don't know what games you're playing. I'm not getting on Minecraft, I'll tell you that right now. No Minecraft for me. Minecraft would be me sitting there while you guys craft everything, and I wouldn't be doing nothing. I'd like have a movie on and just eating popcorn and stuff like that. I was getting okay at Valorant, where I had like some game sense, I could click on people's heads. I would be so bad now. We play no builds? Absolutely we can play no builds, dude. Hell yeah, we can play some Fortnite no builds. 100%. I'm thinking about creating or remembering like what my other accounts were for my like bot accounts. That way when I play community nights, I could have like my bot account to where it's not against my sweaty lobbies. Because my lobbies right now are just sweaty when it comes to Fortnite. So sweaty. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I just want to go on and chill with friends. And it's not fun when it's like that. You'll become a Fortnite sweat? You so would. You absolutely would. What games have you been playing though? Have you still just been playing Valorant, or you play something different? Overwatch? Oh, it's another one I couldn't do. Overwatch is a lot to it, and I'm not smart enough for that. I'm only smart enough for golf stuff, dude. Oh, that's left. I'm only smart enough for golf stuff. Other stuff goes over my head. She gone. Oh, man. Oh. Sucks getting old. My back starts hurting after a while. I gotta get back in the gym. Okay. You start out and figure it out relatively easy. See, that's where I thought Valorant wasn't that case. Like, you couldn't just jump in Valorant and figure it out easily. Which makes it such a competitive game. That's why it has such a good competitive scene. Because you couldn't just do that. It's not. There's, understanding all the skills, the abilities, the peaks, where to shoot through walls and stuff like that. That takes big brain. Oh, right, exactly. Because you can just keep going through it. Because otherwise, like I get my head clicked once, and I'm just sitting there watching someone play and just hide in a corner waiting for everyone else to come by, and I'm just like, this is awesome. This is great playing some Valorant right now. And a 15-second respawn would be awesome. Perfect enough time to grab a drink and take a piss. You can switch characters mid-game? That's kind of OP. I didn't even know that. I feel like that's super OP. Sorry, hydrate or dihydrate, my throat's dry. There's some ASMR water drinking for you too. Alrighty. Well, I gotta go back to work, but thank you for coming to show. I'll talk to you later. AJ, we'll play Fortnite soon. Have a wonderful day. So I'd get comfortable on one character, then I'd try a new character. Well, that's pretty smart.